Good morning. Hey, everybody. So, mic's working, lights are on, scene is live, and I have a live uh, modification, and I have the chat working. So, seems like I've figured out everything. Last night, I actually did a quick live feed, mainly because I was trying with some overlays, as you can see in the bottom right corner, right there. I now have a little logo, and I did an overlay. And today I was going to talk about team building. Yeah, how do I point to that? Because there it is, like that. Um, I was going to do about team building and communication and some process things, and I'm sure I'll get to that eventually. But right now, I want to talk about OBS because it is an amazing tool. Really, uh, handles so many things. Um, but there are some things that I have learned painfully through my journey that will break, is the easiest way to say it. Sometimes you just have to shut it down and restart it. But generally, I was playing last night and I do all of this, ironically, from a laptop. So I took the laptop and I was like, I'm just going to sit down and work on doing that kind of thing, right? So I wanted to set up some logos, some overlays, and like I think I have another one that I can actually add. Let me add that image and then uh, host. And then if I browse the image file, I'm going to show you how to do all of this. Um, it was so much that I got set up last night. And then I was like, wow, that's not working. So now I actually have that one and now that one. So by doing that, I can actually turn that on and off. But I'm going to leave the startups in code. But I want to show you how to do those overlays today because what I had done, I moved it to a laptop. When you move it to a laptop, it's all fine as long as your monitor stays the same. So I am doing it on I forgot what it is. It's my wife's monitor. A UHD BenQ monitor. I don't know what that means. But it's a wide monitor. It's pretty big. Well, then I moved to my laptop and I opened that, and then everything got reset. So the videos got reset, all the positioning of all the icons got reset, the code window got reset. It just, it was a mess. So now that we know all of these things, I can actually do something like, let's see if I can do this correctly. Because keep in mind, this is live. So that makes it a little bit more challenging. Um, Let me move this down so we can see everything. Great. So now if I do this, you're going to get a little infinite window, but you'll see the concept. So there's that, right? And that's my regular stream. And there's my camera. And there's me at the bottom. There's me at the top. So I figured out how to do all of those things. However, the one thing I didn't do is I think I want to do a different capture, right? So if I come down to my screen capture and I click on this and I do properties, you're not seeing this, I know, because I'm hiding OBS from capture, right? So I want to hide OBS from capture. So now I want you to see OBS. And there you go. So let's go back to this and you should see OBS and there's that infinite window concept. So now that you can see all of these things over here, if I scroll all the way down, you'll still see my circle cam. And then if I come back here, you can also see screen capture one, circular cam, zoom scene, etc., etc. Um, but this is the image. So right now, if I click on this image and I go to properties, you're going to see that the overlay logo is just a new image. So if I wanted to add, let's see, this is um, my main camera. I'll go to my main camera. So the host is currently turned off, right? So if I want to turn it back on, obviously I can do that, but I'm going to remove this one. And I click here and I go to remove. Yes. And then let me go back so you can see what I'm doing. So right now I have this. I am going to click here. I'm going to add a new image, and I will call it host, and I will say okay. And then I will browse to wherever that host is, which is right here. So I'm going to open that, and now you see that here, and it is now right here. And to turn that on and off, you can simply do that. One of the things I've learned painfully, yes, I want to remove post, is some of the preferences in OBS, and some of the preferences that you set up will actually may change the view of everything else that you're seeing. So I am going to show you that right now. So if I go to here and I go to preferences, and this is the magic. This is what blew my mind. So what you're seeing right here, make sure you're seeing it. Yeah, you are. This right here, your canvas resolution and your output scaled resolution. This is what will change when you open a laptop and disconnect an actual external monitor, have an external monitor and reconnect. All of that will change everything, all your positioning, everything. Don't do that unless you're going to always do it from a laptop, which I don't recommend. You should actually have a decent camera, some lighting, and a really good mic. Regardless, video output is currently active, see, and it won't allow me to change, which is nice. It won't let me screw up a live feed. So anyway, that is one of the big things to change. And now I am actually going to hide OBS again because I want to show you something else. Screen capture. So to hide OBS is super easy. You go from a Mac, you go to whatever your screen capture is. You click on properties, and it literally has a checkbox to hide OBS. Boom, and that's it. And then I click on OK, and I am back to normal. So that's kind of cool. But what I want to show you is what I did in Canva to actually generate this little logo. Didn't plan on doing this today, but it was so helpful and actually really easy to do. So I can do it right now. It'll take, I don't know, we're going to find out. I'm doing it live. So let's go to Canva. And I will go in. So now I'm in Canva. I'm already logged in. Yay me. But what I want to do is go to projects. And then I want to click on add new. No, I want to go to folders. Where are my overlays? So I created a folder called overlays. So I'm going to go there. And, oh yeah, I want to show you something else that was really helpful. Let me come back here. So when you're in this screen, and I will fix this, properties, OBS. So I think I need two screen captures, one with OBS enabled and one with OBS not enabled. That would probably be pretty helpful. Anyway, so in this screen, which is really helpful, you want to take a screenshot of your actual main camera to do overlays. That makes things really helpful when you're positioning. I'm going to show you why. So I'm going to go to main camera. I am going to capture this. Actually, before I capture that, I'm going to turn off that logo because I want me and what I'm currently at. Smile. Okay, so now I have a good camera and a good camera shot. So let's go back to screen capture, this properties, let's hide OBS. And we're back in Canva. All right, so now in Canva, I am going to add new design and create new. And what I want to do, the easiest way to do it, you can either do presentation or video. They're both 1920 by 1080. Doesn't really matter which one you pick, but pick one. I'll do video. Doesn't really matter. Here's why it doesn't matter, because everything it's going to give me over here, I'm going to ignore. I am going to use this. So the first thing I want to do is that wonderful screenshot I just took. I want to drag it into this. Yay, it's me. All right, so, and I want it to fit to the window. Now the question is, why would I want to do that, right? Well, now I can actually position my overlays the way I want to do it for everything, right? So I'll show you what I mean. So if I do elements, and I will do a shape. Let's see all, let's pick a shape. I don't know. Kind of want a star. Let's do a star. Or a little seal. That's even better. All right. So now I can position this. Oh, that's a horrible color. Stick with my, there you go. So now I have this, and as you can see, this is exactly where it will show up on my camera because I took a screenshot of my camera. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how to export it so it'll actually be an overlay. But now that I have this, I can put some text in there. Welcome. Let's say, welcome to the show, right? And I can change the font of this to, here, League Spartan. That sounds great. Oh, and now I have an overlay right here. Super simple, right? And you can do this for any different shapes. I can actually add an arrow, and I can rotate it, which is really kind of cool. Let's make this a little smaller, longer. And then I can change the color of this to something brighter. Welcome to the show, right? And then what's really fun, if I select both of these by holding down the shift key, oh, I can actually, I also have this. So if I do, I'm gonna click on this, and then, oops, let's enable this, start casting. So now if I do this, and then I hold down the shift key, and I click on that, let's see, shift A, yeah, shift A. And I was just seeing if that little keycaster thing works. Yeah, I added that too. So now if I do any type of keystroke, Command A, which selects everything. I don't want to select the background, but I have a keylogger, so I'm going to stop casting now. Anyway, sorry, I digress. I want to select both of these. I want to group them. So now when I move them, whoops, I selected too much for the group. Let's see if I can move these individually. Yep, ungroup. Great. So now let's click off of that, select this and this, and group these. So now when I move these around, right, they're together, which is great. I'm going to leave it up here. Sorry, I got a little off task. Let's move it a little down. That's kind of where I want it. And now I will export it. So to export things from Canva, really easy. You click on share, click on download. I don't want a video. I just want a PNG. Great. Transparent background. So this is a high quality one. I mean, a pro feature. I currently have pro. So I want to click that. If you do not have the pro, and we'll do that too, you can actually go to removebg.com and it'll remove your background and you'll be done if you don't want to pay for pro. Canva is worth it. It has allowed me to do so many things, but regardless, I'm going to do the transparent. I'm going to download it. Downloading. Welcome to the show. I am going to save it. Where am I going to save it? I want to save it in the same place, which I think I called it logos. Nope. We'll do logos. And we'll save it in logos. All right, welcome to the show. Save. As you can see, I did a lot last night. All right, so now I have this, and I want to actually add it to OBS, right? So to add it to OBS, I will bring OBS back into view and screen capture. I definitely want to, if I'm going to teach OBS, I need to figure out how to set that up moving forward, which is great. And this is fine. So here, properties, hide OBS. Great. So now we're here. I am coming back to my main camera. Actually, I probably want to do this one so you can see me do it. So super simple. Add image. I can call it whatever. I'll call it image 2 for this. And I will do browse. It was under John Mann. That's where it was, not logos. But I moved it into logos. So do welcome to the show. Click on open. And it did everything. Wow, that's crazy. So let's screen capture. Let's turn that on. Bring to front. Order. Move to top. Oh, that's interesting. All right, let's look at that image. So it's because I exported. I forgot to delete the background. Live demos are always most fun. All right. So now I am going to do properties, hide OBS, come back here, say okay. All right. So let's go back to Canva. And I want to, let's make a copy of this. To do this, it's super easy. Just do that. You can also hit Command D, regardless. Anyway, because I want to keep this background. But there. Now, I do the same process. Download PNG. Select pages. I just want page 2. And say transparent background. And click on download. Welcome to the show. I want to put it in John Mann. There we go. Save. Great. Cool. So now that I have that, I will go back to OBS and properties, hide OBS. So now you can see OBS again. We will go back to this. And now if I want to add a logo, I'm going to remove this one. Remove. Yes. And then I'm going to do add image. Image 2. Browse. Welcome to the show. open. That is not a transparent background. Uh, that's weird. Let's take a look. Oh, man, it really was that easy. Uh, downloads. Man, show. Okay, I did click that, right? Share. PNG. Transparent background. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I was looking at the wrong one. All right, back into OBS. I was using the previous one I downloaded, not the new one I downloaded, which I don't understand why, but that's fine. So I'm going to remove this. Yes. And then I'm going to add image, image 2, create new, browse, welcome to the show. There we go. And I say okay. And there you go. So now, if I turn off OBS, just turn off the screen capture. There you go. You can actually see that overlay right there. If I want to turn it off, I literally just uncheck it. It's off. It's on. It's off. It's on. Back to screen capture. I don't want that anymore, so I'm going to actually remove it. And now it has been removed. Yay. And back to main camera. Now let's go back to here. And we're going to take the one that didn't work, right? So let's show that one. So if I come here, that one has the background, right? So let's look at that. That one doesn't have a background. That one does have a background, right? I want to move this out of the way. Great. So now let's go back to the one without the background, which is number 1. So there's this really great website called Remove BG. Oh. Upload image, downloads, and it's this one, I believe. Yeah, that one's as a background. Click on open. Done. Download HD. Yeah, whatever. I will click on download. And I'll save it there. So now I have that background removed. Ta-da! And I can do the same thing back in OBS. So I will use that one now. Whoa. Didn't want to do that. Just wanted to do this. Great. So now here, add image. Image 2. And I will browse to this one. And I will say, okay. And it's a little small because I didn't download it in 1920 by 1080. But I can resize it. And I can put it right there. So if I turn off the screen capture, I'm going to show. And as you notice, in this one, the text actually is even removed. So what's cool about that, the text is actually coming through. So for an overlay, you can actually see things behind it. It's something you can play with, determine if you want to do it. Anyway, I'm going to actually remove this. Remove. Yes, because I don't want that. I'm going to get back to screen capture here. Properties. I'm going to hide OBS again. Hide OBS. We are now back here. Yay. Great. And I should be able to come back to it. There I am with the logo. Everything's still working. So nice. Live streaming. Hey, you can see everything. So let's get back to the main camera. Ta-da! So in this quick live feed, which didn't turn out to be so quick, I was able to show you how to create a background, how to create a quick overlay using the Pro feature in Canva, which I highly recommend. Or you can actually go to Remove BG if you just want that one feature. Make sure it's set up for 1920 by 1080. That is critical, and that will allow your canvas to be right. That'll allow your overlay to be right. And just remember when you're doing the overlay here, let's see if I can do this. So I'm going to put this in the chat, 1920 by 1080. I don't know if this is going to stay. I haven't done the chat yet. I'm working on that. But regardless, this worked. Showed you the overlays, showed you how to load an overlay into OBS. I think the next thing I want to start playing with is how to do fun animations. I want them to fade in and out, and then I want them to like bounce in, like, hey, this is something to pay attention to. Or have other interfaces into what YouTube provides, right? So YouTube Studio is great. I did try a little with Twitch. I'm definitely more of a YouTube guy. And I guess that's it for today. Learning more and more about the Stream Deck also, which I think I can show you. Here, we'll try and do this. Hey, I have a Stream Deck. Yay. It's really simple, really small, really compact, and it works. Sometimes you just want a tool that works. Great. So I want to say, oh, I did. I forgot about this. I even have applauses, sound effects, which is kind of fun. Uh, this one's a little longer than I thought it would be, but it's great. Anyway, so we got all that configured, got all that set up, and happy Thursday. So guess that's it. I am gonna go grab some coffee because my voice is starting to go. Which coffee is the worst thing you can do for your voice, I know. Hot water with lemon, whatever. Cool. Guess that's it. I will talk to y'all soon and see you tomorrow morning, and I guess that's it. And now I have even an outro that I can just do this. Bye, everybody.